Hi and welcome to Rough Gear Review. Today we're having a look at the UTAS UTS-15 shotgun. UTS-15 stands for Urban Tactical Shotgun 15 rounds. To tell you the truth, the reason we picked this up is we had just read a lot of negative reviews on it, on forums, on responses to videos and such. We figured probably 90% of those people had never held it or fired it, and we wanted to give it a chance on its own, so we picked one up. And we're overall really happy with the shotgun. At this point, we fired about 800 rounds through it. We've had one jam, which was on the first 10 rounds we were firing. And that's because we short-stroked it. These bullpup shotguns are really easy to do that if you baby them. You're going to see in the video at the end of this where we're firing the weapon that we don't baby it. We rack it hard. It's been really durable. It's been a great shotgun so far. I want to dispel a couple of rumors real quick about the shotgun. We had read, or a lot of people's opinions, was that it was thrown together really quick to compete with the KSG, that they stole KSG's design, none of which is true. The truth is neither one of these shotguns is all that original. They both come from the Neosted NS-2000. That is a dual-tube bullpup shotgun. It's made in South Africa. The reason that you probably aren't familiar with it is that the ATF bans it from importation into the US. So you don't see them around. So when the Keltec and the UTAS came out, a lot of people didn't know that there had already been a shotgun with that same basic similar design that had already been around for a few years. This shotgun, the UTAS, actually Smith & Wesson in 2006 went to UTAS and asked them to design this new shotgun. They had some requirements for it. UTAS was already making shotguns for Smith & Wesson. Smith & Wesson would just put their name on the shotgun. So UTAS wasn't new to the firearm making community. It's a Turkish weapon designed there. Now the ones you're buying, they're all made here in the US. The weapon itself has an 18.5 inch barrel. Overall length is about 28.3 inches, I believe. Weighs 6.9 pounds. It's very well balanced. It's larger than the Keltec. You're going to see the Keltec's a little more slim. This is a little bit more like the original NS-2000, where the two tubes are on top of the barrel, whereas in the Keltec they're underneath the barrel. One nice thing on this, just like on the NS-2000, you flip the switch to the right, it feeds the right tube. To the left, it feeds the left tube. In the middle, it feeds from the tubes alternately. The Keltec doesn't do that. On the right, it only feeds from the right. Once that tube's empty, you have to flip the lever over to feed from the other tube. Now in California, where we are, that works out pretty good for the Keltec. There's no question about its legality. The UTAS, on the other hand, my understanding is that the Department of Justice is leaving it up to local jurisdictions to decide whether they're going to prosecute you for this. So what we did here is we blocked the tubes. We blocked them down to 4 rounds apiece. We could have done it at 5, but we wanted to be safe. So we blocked them so that there wasn't a question about the gun's legality. Our real thing was that we wanted to get this gun in our hands. We wanted to test it out. And being in California, you got to make sure that you follow the rules here. You don't want to get in trouble. On this one, it came with different sights, the ones from UTAS. We ended up switching it out a little bit. We put an EOTech on top. We put Troy flip-up sights that co-witness with it. We also put a flashlight on. UTAS does have an internal flashlight. It's a flashlight and laser. Pretty nice feature. We're waiting to get our hands on one of them. They had obviously designed it with that in mind, because this is where the switch is going to go to control that light and laser. Loading the shotgun is really easy. You can open the doors there, give you access to each one of the tubes. You're going to push the plunger up, and then you're going to load your shells. On the 2 3/4, it'll hold 7. On the Magnums, it holds 6. When you close the door, you're going to hear the spring push back, so it's got the shells in place. And then what ends up happening is, when you rack the weapon, this is actually going to come down. It'll hold the shell in place. Then when you pull forward, the bolt's going to come forward and move the shell into the barrel. When you're ready to go, it's ready to take the neck. Okay, here's the UTAS. It comes apart real easy for field stripping it. I'm going to show you some of the other features on it real quick. It has an AR style grip. You can actually take this off and put aftermarket AR grips on. We did it with a Magpul one. There was a little bit of a gap. We didn't like that, so we went ahead and put the factory one back on. The safety is pretty much just like on your ARs. To load the shotgun, you're going to open these doors here. There's one on either side for either tube. And there's a plunger, which you push forward. Then you load your shells, and when you close it, you're going to hear the spring kick forward. Same thing on that side. To release the slide, the release is right here. Now, the nice thing on the Kel-Tecs is their release is up here. It's a little awkward back here, but it is what it is. These are not ambidextrous. I believe the Kel-Tec KSG is. A little dust cover here is held in place closed with a magnet. I'm going to show you real quick how to take it apart. It's also real simple. First thing you're going to do, unscrew this, and this is actually where the internal flashlight and laser goes, which we're looking forward to getting our hands on. Then the gun's going to come apart in two pieces. So this is the first piece here with the barrel and your two tubes. Next you pull out the slide, which has the bolt, and the bolt will just come right off. And then you have your frame, which is all polymer. And to my surprise, it holds up pretty well. It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel like a toy. I know there's not a lot of polymer shotguns out there. Maybe that's why people have a little ill will towards it. But polymer is widely used. HK, Sig Sauer, Ruger, all the major companies are making their handguns out of polymer. Bushmaster has a polymer weapon. It's nothing new. So just because now they're doing them in shotguns, it really shouldn't turn you off. The gun's been very durable. I don't foresee any issues that we're going to have with it. We'll put it back together real quick. And that's it. It's back together now. So here you go. UTS-15 works flawless for us. Lightweight. It's a great shotgun. Suggest you check one out. Thanks for watching Rough Gear Review.